$1,750,000,000. 6 months of operation, zero cultural impact. In April 2020, Quibi launched with more funding than the GDP of Belize. They had Hollywood royalty, they had tech executives, they had a patented technology that would revolutionize mobile storytelling. They had commercials during the Super Bowl. By December, they were dead. The offices were empty, the shows were deleted. The patent for turning your phone sideways was worthless. This isn't a story of bad timing. This is $2 million burned every single day until the money ran out. Welcome to the Autopsy. This is Quibi. To understand the catastrophe, meet the confidence that built it. Jeffrey Katzenberg, 70 years old, the animator who saved Disney, the producer who founded DreamWorks. He had an Oscar on his shelf and a chip on his shoulder. He didn't understand phones, but he understood content. He thought content was king. He forgot distribution was the kingdom. Meg Whitman, 63 years old, former CEO of eBay, former CEO of HP. She raised $1.75 billion before Quibi had a single user. The pitch: professional Hollywood content for phones, 10-minute episodes. Quick bites: commutes, elevators, coffee lines, the attention economy. Katzenberg hated that teenagers watched YouTube. He hated that Netflix had no respect for the craft. He believed people wanted $10 million per episode productions on 6-inch screens. Game of Thrones quality, TikTok length. The money flooded in. Disney, Fox, NBC Universal, Warner Media, Alibaba. They all invested. $1 billion in first-round funding. Another $750 million months later. Quibi had more cash pre-launch than Uber, Airbnb, or Spotify had at IPO. The talent was obscene. Steven Spielberg, Guillermo del Toro, Jennifer Lopez, Chrissy Teigen, LeBron James. They paid $100,000 per minute for animation. $6 million per episode for reality shows. The budget for a single Quibi episode exceeded the annual budget of most successful YouTube channels. The product was Turnstyle, patented technology that let you watch full screen in portrait or landscape. The secret sauce? The video switched seamlessly. The problem? Nobody asked for this, nobody cared. But Katzenberg had a patent, and that meant innovation. The body looked like Hollywood's future. It was Hollywood's most expensive midlife crisis. Let's dissect the delusion, because Quibi didn't fail despite the money. Quibi failed because of it. First, the pandemic timing. Quibi launched April 6, 2020, the week when global lockdowns peaked. Commutes vanished, elevators became bioweapons, coffee lines were memories. The entire use case, quick bites for on the go, evaporated overnight. People were home, they had TVs, they had 16-inch laptops, they had time for The Crown, not Chrissy's court. Katzenberg blamed COVID, but COVID didn't kill Quibi. COVID exposed Quibi. If your product dies because people sit down, your product was never alive. Second, the content catastrophe. Quibi made shows for phones, not for people. Movies told in chapters. Daily essentials. Unscripted verticals. The categories were MBA buzzwords, not entertainment. The shows had names like Murder House Flip, renovating homes where people died. Dismantled. Blindfolded chefs guess ingredients after explosions. The Nod with Brittany and Eric, a talk show nobody asked for. The episodes were 10 minutes because Katzenberg said so, not because stories needed 10 minutes. Writers wrote to the clock, not the plot. The result was $10 million episodes that felt like YouTube vlogs with better lighting. TikTok lived on shares. Quibi made it impossible to market their shows organically. They spent $100 million on advertising because the product couldn't advertise itself. The app required phone number verification. It crashed constantly. Day 1. 300,000 downloads. Compared to Disney+, 10 million. By week 3, Quibi was the number 1,679th app in the entertainment category. Fourth, the management madness. Whitman and Katzenberg were both in their 60s. They hired 50 vice presidents before they hired one engineer who understood mobile video compression. They rented a 40,000 square foot headquarters in Manhattan Beach while claiming to be a lean startup. They paid $100,000 per month for cloud storage to AWS, then complained about the bill. Katzenberg micromanaged trailers. He rejected thumbnails for not having enough pop. He insisted on Turnstyle even when creators begged to shoot horizontal only. He was a movie mogul playing with an app he didn't know how to download. Employees called it Project X internally. They knew the numbers. They saw the retention curves. 90% of users who downloaded Quibi quit within 10 days. The quick bite was too big to finish.